Hello.
All right, some question and answers. I have questions. Do you have answers?
I most of the time have answers.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
Because my first question here is, I want to play an instrument, but I just am not sure what instrument I want to play. So how do I go about choosing an instrument?
Well, this is quite a process. Okay, so this week you're going to be introduced to something. It has the Band Blast Off Music Challenge. Now, you will learn in a separate video what all of this entails, but on one part of this, it tells you, it's asking you what instruments that you're interested in. And whenever you turn in your packet on May 1st, you're going to want to turn this in with it, and then also this tryout sheet that we're going to talk about in a minute, okay? Because this is how we're going to know who's interested in the class, all right? So, once we get this, me and Miss Phillips will probably be calling you this summer, parents probably, okay, and figuring out, okay, are you interested in band, what instrument are you interested in? And then we're going to talk to you about the other sheet that you got in your packet that has the attend the instrument tryout on Wednesday, August 12th. Now the way that's going to happen is in the central band room, me and Miss Phillips, we will have the instruments like displayed across the band room. You'll walk in and then we'll talk about what instruments you were interested in, especially on this blast off, okay? And then they'll be able to try it that day. Okay, so we're going to be really, really attentive to what we think that your child or what you would be good at. And then we're going to say, okay, so we think that you would be good at playing clarinet or trumpet. Now, at that point, if we tell you clarinet or trumpet, then you would be able to pick between those two, and we'll figure it out from there. But that's how you'd want to pick an instrument. You don't want to pick an instrument without trying it out first, okay? Because it might not just fit you, okay? Clarinet does not fit me. I can't play flute very well. And, Miss Phillips, she probably can't play trombone very well.
No. So basically, you're going to help me pick an instrument that will be good for me, right?
Yes,
Okay.
and we will walk you all the way through it.
So if you are interested in being in band, make sure that you put both of these sheets in your packet. And this has a place to check. It has your name, your parent's cell phone, because we will be calling them. And then you can check, yes, I am interested in enrolling in band, and I can attend the display or the meeting on August 12th. Yes, I'm interested, but I cannot attend the meeting because maybe you've got something else on. But if you can't attend the meeting, we'll make sure that we know you're interested, so we will call you and get back with you. Or you can return this and just say, no, I'm just not interested in being in band, and then we'll know that we don't need to contact you. So please, one way or the other, just fill in this form, because you will be able to just purchase your instrument that evening. And if we know about how many people are interested, then we'll know how many instruments to have the store bring, because the store will be here on that day as well, and you can purchase your instruments then. Now, you're not required to purchase them then. If you just want to look and maybe, look for a used one or something later, that's cool as well. You're able to do that as well.
Question number 2.
How much does it cost to be in band?
Now this is an interesting question, because on the instrument day that we were talking about, we are going to have the music representatives from SAID Music in Tulsa. They'll be down and they'll have the instruments. They are the ones who actually do the pricing for the instruments. We are not instrument salesmen. We are music teachers. So we teach you how to play the instruments, but we are good at kind of guiding you on where or how much, how to figure out how much it would cost from a company. Okay, so we really don't ever give out the price, but I do know that you can pay monthly if you need to on the instruments. But if you are interested and you want to know how much it costs before you get to SAID, contact us, and then we can have SAID contact you, and that would be a good way to do it.
Yes. Okay, now, also, I was looking around, and I think I found a really cheap deal on Amazon.
Okay, so let's think about Amazon or eBay. Okay, sometimes we all know that sometimes they can be a scam. They have those very, very cheap instruments. Now here's what happens, is people from Amazon or eBay, they will sell these really, really cheap instruments, and then whenever your student or your child picks up their instrument to play, it's number one, it'll be fine for a little bit, and then it will break. They'll end up setting an instrument down and it will break very easily. Now the scary part about that is, you'd be like, oh my gosh, how am I going to fix it? Well, you're going to send it to a music store, and the music store will look at you and say, we can't fix this instrument, it's too cheap. Like, they don't have the proper parts. Okay, so that's one big reason. Another reason is because it won't be in tune with the rest of the band. They use as much cheap parts to put the instrument together, and then honestly the instruments end up sounding very, very bad with the rest of the band, and if you're not in tune with the band, you won't be able to play that instrument. You'll see these colored instruments on eBay. Do not get those. We won't even let them in the band because they sound that bad. Okay, so you really want to go through a music store. If you don't go through a music store, then you have a risk of spending money on something that you might not be able to use in band. So if you're finding one and you're like, oh, okay, you need to contact one of us, be like, hey, I found this instrument, and then go from there. But don't buy an instrument without contacting us. So we're going to put it at the bottom of the screen, our cell phone numbers. So then you can text us, you can call us, and then we'll put our email down below too, so then you know how to get a hold of us.
Because I always like to say there's a difference in cheap and a good deal. And you can find a good deal on quality instruments, and that's a difference in buying a cheap instrument. And there are good deals if you know what you're buying, so just ask us, and we can look at the brand and we can say, yeah, this is a really good deal, get it. But just some of those instruments they're selling that are brand new, and a big red flag is if it's a brand new instrument and they're selling it for like less than $100 or less, probably it's not going to be something that's quality. And you're going to risk having to return it, and it's going to be a big thing. So we would like to avoid you having the stress and the headache of having to return something. So we don't mind at all. Just contact us. That's what we're here to do, is to help you. So don't feel like you're bugging us or anything. Just give us a holler.
Yeah, and also sometimes we have seniors, and they like to sell their instruments sometimes. So we might even have something from a senior that's wanting to sell their instrument. So it'd be good to contact us first before even resorting to that. Next question.
How do I join band?
It's very simple. Now that we've had the coronavirus, that's why we've included the sheet that attend the instrument display. So down here, if you put yes, I'm interested on any of those, I myself, we send in the roster to Mr. James, and he will put you in band. So as long as you turn this in and you tell us you're interested, we will put you in the class.
So does band meet every day during 6th grade?
Yes, it meets actually every day for like 12:40 to 1:25. And it's good to do that, so then every day the kids are playing. You want them to play every day or they won't sound as good.
And do I miss out on anything other classes if I take band, and can I also do sports?
Yeah, anything with sports related, you will not miss anything when it comes to like practices or everything. All of our practices in 6th grade are all during school, 12:40 to 1:23. And then you have 2 concerts in that year, your 6th grade year. So it'd be in December, just like you would have done your Central 4th and 5th program. It's the same night, just a different time. And then you have a concert in March. And those are the only 2 nights that you will have something for band in their 6th grade year. And sports later on, even all the way up through high school, we all try to make sure as teachers and coaches that we do not conflict with other sports or whatever's going on.
Great.